got to be, this one's got to be closed out. So that one is there. That goes. That goes there. That comes here. So greetings, social media. Greetings to you. This is a super unique, super freeway live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Instagram for the people. I'm doing some different kind of thing. Just bear with me. I'm not too sure. Right. So, cat's come on. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so okay, done some stretching for you. And just remember, this is a super unique freeway live. We're going live on the global and super famous TikTok, live on the global and super famous YouTube, and live on the global and super famous Instagram. I'm just going to go over to the next apparatus now, and I'm going to take TikTok first. Take TikTok first. Bear with me. Soon come back. taking Instagram for the people. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Right. So, greetings to everybody. This is a super unique Freeway Live. Super D Bedford gives you the local people's choice, the famous gym group of Bedford. It is Thursday the 5th of March 2026. Long story short, I did 42 weeks in a row last year on the 12th of December at the Cambridge Gym Group. So that's all done. And I'm doing it now on a super unique Freeway Live. We have TikTok for the people, we have YouTube for the people, we have Instagram for the people, and yeah, that's where we are. And tomorrow I'm going to give you the live at the famous Cambridge Gym Group. I'll never forget the Cambridge Gym Group because obviously I did the 42 weeks in a row on that Friday the 12th of December. I'm there tomorrow, and then because my manager lives in Ipswich, I'm going to be promoting businesses, businesses, yes, and my business over the weekend in Ipswich, and then I'm going to be doing the live at the Gym Group Ipswich next Monday. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And we have to say big shouts to everybody who is, I think the first, yes, Bedford, because my first official sponsors are all from Bedford. We have the first sponsors, Bedford Mobiles for the people, 95 Midland Road, MK41BZ. That's where I do most of my videos, or where I've done them from, and they very kindly have given me free mobile phones at a very cheap cost, and that's how I'm able to go live on the free different medias at the same time. And yes, that's where we go. So as an example, we have the famous No Limits promotions. Hopefully that's No Limits and the team. They helped design this top here. I'll be coming to see you guys soon, but this is a super unique Freeway Live. I'm going live on YouTube, No Limits are there. I'm going live on the global and super famous TikTok, and I'm going live on the global and super famous YouTube at the same time. So, No Limits. I think I've lost touch with you for a while, and long story short, I've been doing 42 weeks in a row of going live at one of the gym groups all across the country on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. I did it on the 12th of December last year at the Cambridge Gym Group. Anyway, when I do videos, it comes up a few days later when you type into Google, what is Super D Bedford, who is Super D Bedford, it says where I did the videos. Anyway, I'll be in contact with you guys soon. Yeah, so that's where we are. Come to the Gym Group Bedford, it's only $19.99 a month for the super off-peak package. So it's super value for money. I'm going to be at the Cambridge Gym Group tomorrow, doing my live, and then I'm going to be off to promote businesses in Ipswich. My manager lives in Ipswich, as you know, and yeah, that's en route to Ipswich. And then Monday's live next week is going to be at the Ipswich the Gym Group. And yeah, that's where we are. So, hope you've had a good week. And you've got plans this weekend. I had 7 carnivals last year. They were Luton, Northampton, Bristol, Leicester, Ipswich, and the 2 London carnivals. But this year, my manager wants me to have a more unique year than last year. So I'm going live on the 3 medias at the same time. We've got about 20 carnivals written down. So if I do the 7, plus the 2 that we have at the Bedford River Festival on Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th of July 2026, that's 9. Then Wellingborough, then maybe Manchester, and then I'm going to do the carnivals near to Ipswich with my manager, so that's Bristol, Norwich, that kind of thing. And then I had the 5 birthday parties, No Limits, if you're listening. I had 5 birthday parties last year, 3 in Bedford. The first was here at the Gym Group Bedford. Second was at Chicken Jaws Junior on Tavistock Street. Third was at my sponsors now, Bedford Mobiles. Fourth was in Ipswich, and the fourth was in Colchester. The fifth was in Ipswich. Anyway, but this year, maybe have a birthday in another country. I've been invited to the Amazon offices to give out some of my caps, my Google What is Super D Bedford, Who is Super D Bedford. So there's a great staff there, and maybe on the way I'm going to see my friend in Dubai. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've just changed up the live to start off with, and I did a bit of sit-ups, some pelvic exercises. But one of my sponsors, No Limits, has got me on order a selfie stick that holds the 3 phones. So that will give me a chance to do a lot more different exercises. Hasn't arrived yet. Might come today, might come next week. When it comes, I'll have to work out how to set my phones up in the selfie stick, and then I think I'll try and do some other routines, but I've got to do routines that are safe for my phones, and otherwise go for mobiles, and a lot of companies not going to be happy with me. But anyway, so that's where we are. Yeah, so that was No Limits on Instagram. Actually, I've got little stickers. I thought it was YouTube, but they're on. So that's big shouts to No Limits on the famous Instagram. I think I said YouTube, but it wasn't. YouTube's to my left, TikTok's to the bottom. Anyway, yeah, so I'm giving you the live tomorrow at the Cambridge Gym Group. Promoting businesses in Ipswich over the weekend. My manager lives in Ipswich, but next Monday's live is going to be at the Gym Group Ipswich. So I've got an ultimate package, so I go around to 250 of the gym groups all across the country. And yeah, I love doing it. And long story short, I did 42 weeks of it in a row last year on the 12th of December. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. yeah, so as I say, started off with some sit-ups. I'm gonna vary what I do as we go on, but the selfie stick that I'm getting is gonna hold 3 phones, but it hasn't come yet. So when it comes, that will enable me to do other exercises. But yes, iFit Gadgets for the people. We'll be doing our video later today about up to 20% off if you say Super T. For mobiles, we're doing your video later today. I've got a meeting with famous Tops Pizza, Amjad, the owner there. That's next Monday. I've sent my business email to CDK Seafood, Colin and the people, so they're interested in being one of my sponsors. So we shall see. We shall see. Yes, so as I say, anything up to 20% discount is rolling out in some of the shops in Bedford, and as I say, it will just, as time goes on, there'll be more and more shops that will give you up to 20% discount if you say Super T. That's, I'm gonna make that priority over, let's say, for the rest of this year. That's what I'm going to do. I'm supposed to do a lot of stuff with Amazon, and I'm going to make this more of a priority. Because the Amazon stuff has been going on for ages. It's hard to, there's a lot of stuff they need. So there we go. I'll get there. Maybe I'll do both. This is, a lot of people have said, you know, the owners, get us a deal. And I thought, I had a word with my manager, and that's 100% there to do. Anyway. Yeah, so that's super unique, a super unique freeway live. Had to do a lot of testing, a lot of bits and pieces, and now happy to say I'm confident that I can provide the service. Anyway, so yeah, so tomorrow's live is at the People's Choice. Can't quite, you could say, no, obviously the Bedford Gym Group is my favourite, the gym group, still got to be my favourite. But on par, very close, very close, has to be the Cambridge Gym Group, because I did 42 weeks in a row on Friday, the 12th of December 2025 there. Lorraine, the manager here of Bedford Gym Group, she will accept that. But Bedford is my place. I was born in Bedford Hospital. I'm proud of Bedford. But I've got an ultimate package, so I go around to any one of the 250 gym groups. My manager lives in Ipswich, so I sometimes promote businesses in Ipswich on the weekends. And on the journey from Bedford to Ipswich, I get the bus from Bedford to the Cambridge bus station. That's where I go live at the Gym Group Cambridge. Then I get the train from the Cambridge train station to Ipswich. And then I promote over the weekend, and then I go live at the Ipswich Gym Group on the Monday. That's what I do sometimes. I've got to go to the Ipswich Gym Group. There's 3 of the gym groups in Ipswich, the famous city of Ipswich. One of the resellers for this cap, Super Bedford caps, got loads of caps from WM Sports. I'm going to support them. I want them to be my sponsors, and they're in Newcastle. The 71 miles from Bedford to Ipswich, but it's 200 and I think it's 30 odd Bedford to Newcastle, so it's a long way. So let me just say I'll get there this year. I won't be going every week. But anyway, that's where we are. Hope you had a good week. Come to the gym group. And one of the things I'm going to do a video after here to say about the up to 20%. And if you're ever able to take advantage of my deal, please message me and let me know. And if you want to take advantage of one of my free gym passes, I get 4 free gym passes a week at the gym group. Please, I really say please, go for those gym passes. They are there to be used. There's a lot of times they don't get used. So I'm going to assign them to those who are kind enough to use the offer. Those who message me, my number's connected to over 1,500 mobile numbers, 07901 997 302. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in the video. Let them know the deal is here. Let them know if you take advantage of my deal, make me aware, please. And I'll get you a free pass as well. That's what I'm going to do. Do that at the end of this live. Then I've got to go and do a video with Bedford Mobile. I've got to do a video with Vifis Gadgets announcing the up to 20%. But it's already there, but I have to promote it. It's my brand. I've got to promote it. That's what I'm going to do. We do it with the announcement of the offer, the owners, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah, so that's where we are. Yeah, so I started off with doing some sit-ups. Just my pelvic is quite weak. I've got to build up my pelvic, and that's my best friend Google said to do sort of crunches, and that builds it up. And that's what I'm going to start doing. The start of the lives. Yeah, so this is a super unique freeway live. We're going live to the global and super famous TikTok. We're going live to the global and super famous Instagram. Big up yourself, Pador, for the Fiamos Esquires. He's on global and super famous Instagram. Big up Jason and the crew there. And we're going out live to the global and super famous YouTube as well at the same time. This is a very super unique freeway live, Pador. We're going live at the same time. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube for the people. Got the free phones from my sponsors, Bethel Mobile. Anyway, that's where we are. I'm gonna change that with the sit-ups. From here, I've got some videos. Yes, Pador, if you make the owner of the famous Esquires know that I'm doing a special, my own brand, anything up to 20% if you mention Super T at a business, it's for a discount, and that's rolling out. The whole world's going to hear about it soon. But anyway. Started off. Yeah, gotta remember, doing all this sort of stuff is it's new to me. I've not been doing it long now. Maybe, I think this might be my second week of doing the freeway live, and I have to, a lot of stuff I need to do, and I suppose as time goes on, I'll get more familiar with it. But yes, tomorrow's live is going to be at the Gym Group Cambridge, where I did 42 weeks in a row. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. That's where I'm going to be tomorrow, and then I promote businesses every weekend in Ipswich. Manager lives in Ipswich, and I'm going to be at the Gym Group Ipswich next Monday. But yeah, so if you take advantage of it up to 20%, make me aware, and I'll send you one of my free gym passes if you're definitely going. Yeah, I'm absolutely. I had there were some things I had to do. I didn't do all of them. We decided, my manager decided to leave one of them. We left it. But, there's little changes I've done with TikTok, little changes with YouTube, Instagram. It doesn't really matter what I've done, because it's not. You ain't gonna be able to see it. Well, you might be able to. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Alright, let's change and go on to the next apparatus. What am I going to take? Greetings, it's me, Crazy. You go on the famous Instagram. I'm going to go on now. I'm going to change the apparatus. Go on to the rower. My favourite apparatus, really. It's my favourite. Or is this the favourite? I don't know. Anyway, let me go on to the next apparatus. We'll take the global and super Fiat Moss. YouTube. We'll take the global and super famous YouTube first. So we'll come back to the global and super famous TikTok and Instagram in a few seconds. See you soon. It's a super unique freeway live. A lot of stuff on my mind yesterday, but we've done nearly all the changes. Anyway. But I'm telling you, bro, you don't underestimate it, bro. Don't underestimate it. Greetings, social media. Super T Bedford gives you a super unique freeway live. We're going out to the global and super famous TikTok to the left, the global and super famous Instagram to the bottom, and we're going out to the global and super famous YouTube to the right. Tomorrow's live is going to be at the famous gym group at Cambridge. That's where I did 42 weeks in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30 at one of the 250 gym groups. It was the Cambridge one, if I didn't say so already. And yeah, I'm going to be promoting businesses over the weekend in Ipswich, managers in Ipswich, and I'll be making people aware. You can Google, as it says on my cap here, Google what is Super D Bedford, who is Super D Bedford, etc. And then next Monday's live is going to be at the famous gym group in Ipswich. Yep. There we go. Yeah, so from here, yes, so please tell a friend that my up to 20% discount in shops has landed without a parachute, but it's going to be maybe another 2 or 3 videos today, and it's my aim to get 1 extra business a week. When you go to the business, say Super T, and we'll give you up to 20% discount. As I say, I've got a meeting with Tots Pizzas next Monday. I'm going to hopefully do the video with Bedford Mobiles after this. iFits Gadgets, do a video with them. Anyway, I've got to sort something out quick before I go there. Anyway, I've got to do a video as well at the end of here, make people know that it's available. Yeah, got a couple of meetings next week. The company, I sent my business email out twice yesterday. Just getting there. By the end of the year, every business I go to will know about it. They'll have it as an option. If they use it, they use it. If they don't, they don't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so this is please tell a friend, this is a super unique freeway live. The global and super famous TikTok to the left, the global and super famous Instagram to the bottom, and the global and super famous YouTube to the right. I've got 3 phones here. Anyway, from Bedford Mobile, my first sponsors. Big shouts to them. 95 Midland Road, MK41BZ, open 7 days a week. If you say Super T, you'll get up to 20% discount on whatever they do there. I'm going to do a video there in a bit. Yeah, so that's where we are. Started off with the pelvic exercising to build up my pelvic. Started that off because I had so much on my mind last night about today, the rollout of the up to 20%. There's a few things I've had to do with my YouTube account, TikTok account, Instagram account, etc. But they're done. We left one. We were going to do something with Facebook, but we left it. Decided to just leave it. Anyway,
I want to do, I don't need to do it really. I just, me being me, I don't need to do it. Just leave it as it is. And that's it. Right, yes, so please tell a friend that the up to 20% discount if you mention Super T is here, it's going out. We've got hopefully 2 or 3 videos later today. I'm going to do a video at the front of the gym group here, making people aware that if you exercise the deal, make me aware and I can give you one of my free weekly gym passes. Anyway, the gym group tomorrow is going to be the gym group Cambridge, where I did 42 weeks in a row of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. Next week Monday is going to be at the gym group Ipswich. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please tell a friend about Super T Bedford. Bye bye. So, bye. Oh, amazing! I've got to show the rain now. Right. 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 So, how do I do that? Hold on. How do you do that? Do that? No. It's not my main phone. Do that? Is it that? No. Is it that? No. Is it that? What is that? Do that. What do you do with screenshot? Right, okay. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Do that. Do that. Do that. And then let's do that. And then okay, so there's that one done. So, done that one. And then we go here. We go here.